Now, guys, these are some vintage seance pictures, and I thought these were kind of creepy too, and just gives you a better idea of what it would have looked like. So here appears to be a group of people around a table that's floating.
They're doing table tipping.
How does that? What is that
I've
about?
actually experienced that. I worked with a psychic in Essex in a place called Braintree in England, and he was an expert on table tipping. And there was a big solid oak table. We all put our hands on it. It was pitch dark, and the table started levitating and floating, as you see in this picture.
Really?
I'm a skeptic. Everything I do is based on being skeptical. I'm a historian. I want to deal with facts.
Yep.
I have a science background as well. I can't work out how he did that outside of the paranormal. I'd like to sit here and say, oh, he was moving it with his foot, or he had some wires. And I looked at everything. Like yourself, you're looking under the table, you're checking to make sure there's no shenanigans.
Yep.
That one guy kind of looks like Peter with the mustache.
Yeah.
Like great grandfather.
Grandfather Pete over there.
Famous table tipper from the Midwest.
And if you go to the next one, there's a couple more where they do table tipping. Here's an older picture. I don't have all the information. You could zoom in too, Pete, on these a little bit. Up on the top, you might have to use the.
And this is what
there's
they
a magnifying
did.
glass on the left, Pete.
You can imagine
middle,
that.
yeah, right there.
That could be the parlor house of the Leduc estate, right?
Oh yeah.
There were a lot of charlatans out there. I will give you some examples of what they would do. There was an occasion where they'd have a trumpet or a tambourine or a drum on the table, and they'd also have the same instruments under the table. And the gentleman would take his shoes and socks off, and you'd be sat in the dark, and then the guy would be banging the drum with his foot, or he'd have a little bulb on the end of the trumpet, like an old-fashioned car. And there was ways in which they manufactured making things up. There was a couple of twins that used to do seances, and one of them could click their toes. They had double jointed toes, so when they asked for a knocking sound, one of the girls would just click her toes and you would hear that knocking. So there are examples of where foul play would be taking place.
Yeah, it says table and air right there. Seance at the Baron von Ernst. Table and air.
That guy on the right's seeing something scary. You see his eyes?
Yeah, it looks like he's seen something over there.
Yeah, he's seen her bustle. He can't believe it. Look at the crinoline.
Yeah, go to the next one here, Pete. Let's see. Oh, this is a weird one here. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like this, Adrian. Some kind of energy coming between her or something like that.
I have seen energy. I mean, obviously, orbs would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Most orbs, 99% of orbs, of course, are pollen and dust, and they're just reflecting the flash back to the camera. But I have seen orbs with my naked eye, and I've walked through them like fairy lights on the floor.
Yeah. This is weird, though. It almost looks like handcuffs or something running between her.
I almost wonder, back in the day, the electricity was kind of a newfangled piece of modernity, and it makes me wonder, like Tesla with these experiments, whether they were starting to put things together. Again, my skeptical side, that may well have happened. I have seen energy. But you're thinking to yourself, that's a discharge, like a Van de Graaff generator, right, between two bits of metal.
Huh.
Cool pictures. Though.
Yeah, I found these on some vintage. Here's another one.
Could be the flash.
Yeah.
Reflecting off.
Yeah, who knows? Another one here sitting around a table, and there's a floating mandolin there. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, Adrian.
I've not seen any of these pictures before.
Or seen anything like this.
Yeah, I'm aware that this took place in the Victorian era, and unfortunately, even today, I go to a lot of expos, a lot of events, healing and wellness expos, and I know that some of the psychics at that event are making it up. But you get good plumbers and bad plumbers.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm fully aware that there's psychics out there and spiritualists that see this as a quick way to make money and not have any skills. The only thing I would add to that is you soon get found out. If you don't deliver the goods at some point, you can talk as much as you want, but at some point you're going to have someone's parents or grandmother come through.
Oh, for sure.
And if you're left wanting, then you're going to look like an idiot ultimately.
Oh, yeah, big time. Here's another one here. I don't know if there's any. Oh, there's a hand down there, Pete. If you zoom in, you see the hand coming up. And I don't know if that's just some double exposure or something, but that was another one on that website.
That's the end of the Terminator where the hand's just coming out. They just got him first. Look.